Hi, everyone, and welcome to College Info Night. For anyone that doesn't know me, my name is Amanda. I'm a college counselor with Strive to Learn. And tonight we are talking about, well, at least my session, among other things, we're talking about college visits. College visits, in my opinion, are one of the most fun things about the college research process. And if you know anything about learning styles, my learning style is kinesthetic, so I like a good outdoor experience. I like a field trip, and college visit is just that. It's sort of like shopping, or maybe like going to a museum, or find a metaphor that works for you that motivates you to go to college visits. But I do find it really fun, and it should be. So before we even get into the semantics of the how and the when and the why, just know that I want this to be a fun process for you, and I want it to be the least stressful as possible. So that's why we're having this conversation now, so that you're not stressed out as a senior thinking, oh, I should probably go visit some places. So first and foremost, why would I even want to go to a college visit? Why would I want to do this? I think the most important reason is because sometimes it's really hard to know that you like a place until you physically go there. We've all done it. We've all thought, oh yeah, I'm really excited to buy that shirt or go to this restaurant, and then you get there and it doesn't really look like the pictures. Well, college visits can be kind of like that. Or the alternative, someone says, oh, this is really great, you got to try it, and you think, oh, I don't know about that, until you do and you love it. The most important thing is, the why. It's to allow your open mind to kind of get the true picture and see how it really feels for you. The next question most people ask me, and I just want to get this out of the way, is the when. And this kind of goes with our theme of keep an open mind. There is no such thing as too early, or in many cases, there is too late, but too late to go visit a college campus. Even if you're a freshman, you can still go. If you're a sophomore, definitely, keep it in the back of your mind, but more as like a fun experience. If you're lumping it in with a visit to your family, out of state or in state, but in a different city, or if you're on vacation and you just kind of want to go see the local school, this sort of early research allows you to get curious. And I do want you to be curious in this whole process of researching colleges. I don't want this to be stressful. I want it to be interesting. So if you're curious as a freshman or sophomore, I'm not going to say don't bother. It is a good thing, and you can kind of wrap your mind around sort of where you're going to be in 4 years. I would say the latest, and it's not even too late, is after you've been accepted. So maybe you're a senior right now watching this, and you didn't have a chance to physically go anywhere and visit any colleges before you started applying places. That's okay. There's plenty of online resources, which we will talk about later in this session. And if you get in place, so say you send out all of your applications as a senior, and you get in a bunch of places, and you've still never been there, you can still go. Definitely take a look at those schools and get a feel for what you're signing up for, in that choice making stage of your application. That's absolutely fine. However, if I had it my way, there's probably an optimal time for college visits, which is spring before senior year. So if you're currently a rising senior, so I guess not rising yet, but a junior that's going to be a senior next year, this is kind of for you. So spring of junior year is a great time to go. Campuses are still in session. You're not stressed out about college applications yet. You're beginning to research. You're getting curious. Maybe you're even a little anxious. This could be a good way to stop the anxiety, because you're kind of taking control of your journey. It's really good to have things fresh in your mind as, before you go into college application season, because you can then start thinking over the summer of maybe some essay prompts, or you can start thinking a little bit more about what you want to research, or what you liked or what you didn't like about the colleges that you saw your spring of senior year, or spring before senior year, excuse me. So the next question. Okay, we've convinced ourselves it's a fantastic idea to go visit some colleges. It doesn't matter when you decide to do this, but we've decided we're going to do it. So what do we need to know? How are we going to do this? First of all, colleges in the area that you're going to be should be your first point of call. So for example, we're going to have a case study here of a person I'm making up who's going to Florida to visit their grandparents. Great opportunity. Go look at some universities in Florida. We've got a lot of them. So research, in the surrounding areas, what campuses would be interesting for you. Then make a plan of how you're going to get there. So maybe you're going to be there for a week. You're going to spend a day with grandma. You're going to spend a day at university. You're going to spend 3 days with your aunt and uncle, and you're going to spend 2 days at, going to visit 2 other universities. Make sure you take notes. So we're going to go into detail with all of these things right now. So when you're researching colleges, try not to visit only the name brand universities when you're doing your research and planning your visit. So for example, with going to visit grandma experience. So say you're actually going to Northern California to visit your grandma, other side. And you know that Berkeley is in Northern California. So you're thinking, yeah, I'm gonna go visit Berkeley. Well, don't stop there. There's lots of schools up there that you could visit, and you need to just do a little bit of research, dig a little deeper. Maybe you want to go San Jose State. Maybe you want to go visit UC Santa Cruz, which is up there. Maybe you want to go to Santa Clara University. Dig a little deeper for the universities in the area, and don't just stick to the ones that you've heard or the ones that kind of come up on television frequently. I'm not saying don't go there and see those. Absolutely do if you're interested, but try to go a little bit further down the list if possible. If you're struggling, ask your counselor for recommendations that suit you. So as we all know, GPA and location preferences, social preferences, major interests, the breadth is far and wide of what universities offer and how they will suit you. We want, as counselors, all of us just want you to find the best fit for you. So having a conversation with your counselor about, maybe what is preliminarily a best fit for you is probably a good idea before you make your plan of which colleges you're going to be going to. If you are still unsure, and maybe you don't even have a point, visit to your family, maybe you're just trying to plan a college visit the spring before your senior year, think about locations. Maybe start, thinking, okay, I really like the snow. So I'm going to Google places in Colorado. Check out some cities and see if you like the area, the location first, and then you can kind of go from there. Oh yeah, I do like the idea of Boulder. What else is in Boulder? And kind of go from there. I know it can be overwhelming when you're trying to find a place to go. You might not know the location that you like yet, but just try to find one place to start with researching for your future college visits. Once you decided where you're going to go and how you're going to get there, which obviously is up to you and depends on the location of the school, make sure you have a concrete plan of how you're going to manage to fit every college in with your trip, especially because you might have to book ahead for tours and other discussions. A lot of restrictions are lifted, but as the climate with COVID-19 comes ebbs and flows, there might be different rules for how you can attend events. Would recommend making a plan with that. Also, while you're making a plan, make sure you have a dedicated space to take notes. I know it's annoying taking notes. It's just like, oh, I thought this was supposed to be fun, Amanda. Okay, well, do something for your future self and take notes, because we all forget things. And you might be doing this as a freshman, sophomore. You might be doing this your junior year, springtime. And by the time you get to applying, you might totally forget all of the amazing things about the school that you went to see. So definitely find a place, whether it's a Google Doc, a binder, whatever, to just take preliminary notes about your experience. And these notes can be anything. What are your first impressions? 3 things that stood out to you. Stuff that makes you nervous. I'm gonna be honest with you. I went to UC Santa Cruz and I had never lived in a place with so many trees, and I was nervous about the trees. I was thinking it's really dark out there and anything could be lurking in the woods. Just take note of how it makes you feel, the campus, the students. You will be living there for 4 years. So, just definitely take notice, and also not to stop yourself from going there, but just to kind of remember how you felt. Other things to keep in mind: did you like the area surrounding? to school, you might be spending time there, going for restaurants, going to coffee shops, tactical things. You will have an onslaught of tactical things, but it's nice to know where you're going to be living. And if it's guaranteed you'll be on campus. Obviously, safety is a factor. Do you feel safe? Are there things in place to keep you safe? Does the climate of studying fit you? Some campuses are very serious, and you get the vibe that everybody's studying all the time. And some places are not so serious, and you think, oh, this is my place, this is fun. Or you think, oh gosh, I'll never get anything done. You kind of do have to sort of know yourself and reflect on if the place is right for you. Ask them how their social life is, and try to reflect on whether or not that fits with you and where you want to go. Also, keep in mind how big it is, and if you feel like that's a good size for you. Where are people going after school is done? Are they getting a job in a big city? Are they staying somewhere local? Are they going back home? And does that suit you? Also, you'll probably find that there's some special programs or other things that you kind of are interested in. There's a lot more questions and a lot more things to take notes on, but I just wanted to give you some ideas of things to kind of keep in mind. Again, talk to your counselor if you are unsure about what you should be paying attention to, or if you're concerned, but they'll lay it out for you. So don't be too worried. So a lot of people have the conundrum of not being able to visit it, or the campus is being closed. What are we going to do? So I would like to also show you some online resources for visiting colleges, just so you don't feel like you have to physically go there. Like, some people are interested in international universities and are unable to go visit. Fair enough. Or they're interested in going maybe to New York and you're not able to get there. Or if you literally are applying to places in 10 different states and there's just no possible way you're going to go to all those 10 different states, let's get you some online resources. So first things first, one of my favorite online resources is UVisit, those students and parents. You'll have, this will come up where every school in the world is there. But you can also search up here if you're interested. You'll be able to have a 360. This is funny that I went here and it was just kind of the one that's open. You'll have this sort of thing where you can walk around the campus, and it'll, there's verbal and also visual representations of what's going on. So UVisit's really great for that. Another place that's great for that is SCORE. So when you have access to SCORE, you can search for a school by name, and there will be an option to take a campus tour. Another really great place is called the NACAC Virtual College Fair website. So they, as you can see, they have live online fairs, but some schools don't have live online fairs, and you can still look for the resources that they have just sort of saved on this website. So let's look at Allen University, for example. There's virtual campus, and then there's other videos that you can watch. It's a really great resource if you're just interested in researching and looking at colleges online. Oh yes, and then the last one is College Vine Livestream, which actually works very similar to SCORE. Oh, I guess that's it. We're done. Okay,